LA, you're on fire. You got riots going on. Man, it sucks right now, but you guys are going to make some bitchin' music coming out of this. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, you're also going to have an awesome secret agent named Snake Plissken come there and try to save all of L.A.
Yeah, but then it's going to fail horribly and he's going to have to escape.
Yes. And he's going to go, I need to go to New York. That'll be a better place.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
It's the same thing. I found the Statue of Liberty's head.
Which one comes first? I actually don't know what is the order. Is it New York's first? So he leaves New York and goes, I'm going to L.A. and then shows up there.
Yeah, New York's the better one.
I need to watch those. I don't think I've actually seen those, technically. I've never seen Escape from New York or Escape from LA.
It is literally the precursor to the Metal Gear Solid games.
Where they came out beforehand?
I believe so.
Because the first Metal Gear Solid was an NES game.
Yeah. But these came out in the 80s, too.
Right. Oh, that's true. Okay. I'm going to look it up. Escape.
I'm pretty sure Hideo Kojima, the maker of Metal Gear Solid, was like, this movie rules. What if I made that guy into this guy?
Yeah. What if? Stay with me. 1987 is when the first Metal Gear game came out. And Escape from New York was the first one?
Yeah.
Escape from Castle Wolfenstein.
Wait, what?
I typed in Escape from, and the
it
first
said,
thing Google went, Castle Wolfenstein?
Nazis? you like looking up Nazis?
Yeah, I guess. I just think that, what is Castle Okay.
That's where you
kill.
Yeah, it's a video game where you kill Nazis.
Oh, cool. Escape from New York came out in 81, so you are correct, sir.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Gobi
You are
from deep.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I mean, it's Kurt Russell, dude. How do you not want to make an entire video game genre based off of Kurt
dude
Russell?
Didn't fucking miss in the 80s.
No.
You got the Escapes. Well, it's not really a series, but you got those two movies. You got Big Trouble in Little China. He did Overboard to steal the girls' hearts. Well, actually, that was kind of creepy when you give somebody amnesia and be like, no, we've been married for a while. But
let me tell you something. This bitch wouldn't pay me for all the fucking closet work I did. So now she's going to work it off by washing my kids' shitty underwear.
Oh, no. They got poison ivy real bad. Better chase them through the house with a hose.
Oh, she's being manic. Fucking put her in the drum water barrel out front.
Oh, she's getting her memories back. Quick, build a miniature golf course.
Dude, he freaking, treated that woman like a Guantanamo Bay prisoner. He was like, she needs a reset. Waterboard her.
I mean, really did. He's like, you don't appreciate my automated shoe rack? What's wrong with you? That's made out of fresh oak.
Yeah, she really had it. Most of the time you just have terrible taste in men. She just kept falling into the wrong men's arms. Like that dude, her fiance basically was like, cool, she's dead, and now I get everything. And then this guy was like, oh, I can just make her my slave.
So it's hilarious if you play it out the way it is, because you're like, the guy on the boat, every guy's, and I mean every guy that's been married, that is a thought deep-seated in the back of their head that they will never actually admit, but they've always thought, what if they just disappeared?
What if they disappeared and I got the boat from Big Pimpin' and I just recreated
What if I got the
music
pre-Jay-Z yacht?
Bum, 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 bum. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, I'm spending G's, all right, baby.
Yeah, it's that movie's wild. Also, I never saw the remake because, first of all, even though when you break it down in literal terms, yes, Overboard's kind of creepy, but they also make a bitchin' putt-putt, of course. At the
They
end
really
of that.
do.
They come together as a family.
Yeah.
And they create a wholesome business that everybody can be like, you know what? This is just about having good old-fashioned fun.
And it shows rich snobs can be teachers, too. She taught that kid to read like nobody's business.
It turns out this princess with a heart of ice can be thawed.
It just takes 3 chaotic kids.
Yeah, it takes 3 chaotic kids and a man with a mullet from Jesus.
Yeah. And it goes to show you, if you want somebody that's out of your league, just live in a dump with kids.
Let me actually take a 180 turn on this.
Okay.
I know we were trying to say Kurt Russell was the bad guy possibly in this movie. What if he's actually Jesus?
Well, he did do carpentry.
Yeah, he did carpentry. He took this woman away from a life of worshiping false idols, but because she was materialistic and stuff, and taught her about how being a wife and mother is way more of a fulfilling life.
And when she thought all he was doing is drinking at night, he was just working down at the salt packing plant just to get X dollars in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on. Guy was working hard.
He gave her a baptism. That's what the dunking of the water was. He was like, "You're rebirth."
Well, yeah. Yeah, the sad thing is he's like, I can't do this. I got to have her drop into the world's bath, the ocean.
Right. Well, it's even funnier. The two is like when she does that rain barrel scene, she calls him the devil himself.
Yeah. I mean,
but he's baptizing her.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Nathan, that was a drum of holy water out front.
Ah, so his kids are actually acolytes.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to go back and look at what the names of the kids were, but they might be the three of the archangels.
This is Michelangelo. This is.
Yeah.
Or is it Michael? No, it's Michael.
It's Michael is the. Yeah.
I'm thinking Ninja Turtles, and he's got the 3 cool ones. Leave Donatello out.
As long as we're spitting out fun movie theory ideas, that's why I always thought Michael Myers were like, he's pure evil. I was like, I think he's the archangel. He's just bringing death to everybody.
It's great staying on movies. The fact that you brought up a horror movie is great because this Friday is the only Friday the 13th this year, June 13th. Coincidentally, that is the good old Jason Voorhees' birthday. Hey, there you're welcome, folks.
The actual birthday?
Yeah, his birthday.
Like from the movie?
Yeah, is June 13th. And it is Friday the 13th for Jason Voorhees, and it is the only one this year. Ooh, baby. Slasher thrillers are coming back.
Man, I can't wait to not be near a lake that day.
Why not? You might catch a big fish or a machete. Who knows?
Honestly, I want to write a Friday the 13th movie because apparently you can just do that now. Danny McBride did it with Halloween. Why can't I do it with Friday the 13th? I want to do it where Camp Crystal Lake gets bulldozed and turns into a golf course. And Jason just rises out of the lake and just kills golfers.
What if you set the new Friday the 13th at because Crystal Lake's probably not there, so Camp Map, that new map park they put up.
What? I don't know what that.
You
looked at me like you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a great reference.
It's MAP. It stands for minor attracted. Yeah.
Oh, that my map park. Okay.
And you
talking about that trailer park?
Taking them out.
That would be a really that'd be a great one because then you get to root for him.
Yeah.
You oddly root for Jason.
Yeah. You finally get to root for the guy that never runs, walks, and somehow catches everybody.
Yeah. And technically he died as a 13-year-old boy, so they're getting murdered by the people.
Oh, yeah. It's their comeuppance.
Yeah, dude. A special needs child's going to murder you for your sins.
Yeah.
Turns out Jason Voorhees is Jesus in this one. I would just make every person Jesus.
He has risen from the center of the lake.
I'm sorry, dude. I've been reading the Bible, and I just keep finding out every story is just another version of a Jesus story.
Yeah, except Jason Voorhees is the bastard child of the lady of the lake, and he rises up with a machete instead of a sword.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, that would be, honestly, you're onto something there, Nathan. I think that's a better we're just tackling two different social hierarchies that we think need to die. Like a country club full of like billionaires get murdered by Jason Voorhees, you're rooting for him. A bunch of pedophiles who happen to build a trailer park next to that because nobody seems to want to buy this Camp Crystal Lake. It's apparently like a bad investment deal, but like us pedophiles, we'll take it.
Yeah.
And then they just get chopped to death.
Yeah. Everybody's just like, I guess trees will grow better here.
Camp Crystal Lake must have been dirt cheap during 2008. They were giving it away.
Yeah, for sure. You could buy that for as much. You could buy the whole park for as much as you could buy a house in Sleepy Hollow.
Let me take you down. I know you guys, you haven't liked the first few places. The Sleepy Hollow was just the nightlife was a little weird for you, and and I know like Camp Crystal Lake, you're not a fan of water. You think like something's gonna grab you. That's fine. Have you tried? Let me show you this house on Elm Street. It is absolutely to die for.
Why is everybody on meth here? Well, sleeping's bad.
Yeah, so you cannot sleep in this town. If you go to sleep, someone's going to shoot you in the head just to make sure you don't pull somebody out.
You know, I think that would be the perfect place for them to be like, if they have the money, and I know they do, for some tech mogul to tear it down, keep the street name, but build an AI factory and be like, we never sleep here. And just have it run.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good. Oh, man. It's weird how many horror movie references I understand, even though I don't watch any of those movies.
Oh, they're great. Oh, I've tried to get my daughter to watch those because I point out, I'm like, hey, if you go back to 95 and earlier, they're all comedies. Like, because
for sure.
They're the way they're shot and all that, it's just thrillers. But then you got to think about it logistically, and they're comedies, every one. It wasn't until like early 2000s when they started really turning on the gore.
Yeah, but Rob Zombie, I blame him kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, The Hills Have Eyes fucking ruled.
I've never seen that movie just because it fucking creeped me out, which I'm glad I didn't. I never would have moved to Utah. I'd seen that movie before. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, you can just get filleted.
There are radioactive Mormons out there trying to eat me.
Well, I don't sense a lie. I don't need a lie detector.
But yeah, you're 100% right. Like they've definitely. Horror movies used to be really hokey, and like they were scary, I guess, probably for the time.
It was the tension they built up.
It was the tension, and then it's also technology. I realized this the other day because somebody was comparing.
You saw Jaws.
Yeah. We remastered Jaws to where now the shark comes out of the water doing backflips. Just like I intended originally.
With the Jabberwockies dancing on his back.
Yeah. We originally wanted Jaws to be thrown up in some kind of vortex, maybe a tornado, if you will. Like originally, it was
Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Which, coincidentally, as I was going through for movie night, that is considered a comedy.
Yeah, it's a hilarious comedy. There's nothing serious. Have you ever watched Sharknado? You can't take it seriously.
Which one did was that Sharknado 3 or something we watched with RVD and his sandals with socks?
Yes. No, that wasn't. That
was a
like
three-headed shark or something. Yeah.
That was. Yeah, that is still to this day the wildest fucking thing I've ever. I don't know why that bothered me so much, but I remember watching that.
We were just both out of the movie, just like wait.
Like RVD, you're wearing socks and sandals and you're fighting. Yeah. No,
I can't stand it whenever I see somebody doing that and they have a Ninja Turtle foot because of what they're doing.
Well, what's worse is they have full-on costume and like hair and makeup people, like costume design people. Their whole job is that. So they chose for RVD to wear that.
Yeah.
Or they just, Rob Van Dam went, I wear what RVD wears.
Yeah.
And I wear socks and sandals if I don't got my wrestling boots on.
Yeah. I got to have a place to stash my blow.
Yeah. No, he needs his rolling papers in there. He's a habitual weed smoker.
Yeah, well, that checks out too.
RVD has his own rolling papers. By the way, Rob Van Dam, if you're watching this podcast, by some miracle, sponsor our podcast with your rolling papers. We'll read ads, bro.
What do you say?
Rob Van.
That guy ruled.
Dude, he's the fucking man. He is the absolute best. Oh, fuck. Shout out RVD. Yeah, but that completely took me out of it. The Socks and Sandals. I forgot about that movie for 100%. But what happened, what I was watching was a comparison of old TVs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are they called? CRTs, right?
Yeah.
CRTs?
Yeah, the tube TVs.
So when you look at, like, NES video games on those, there's not the pixels like you see.
No.
The way they're designed, everything looks smoother. The graphics look better.
Yeah, they look like garbage if you put it on an HD TV.
Yeah, it's wild. And I hadn't seen that side-by-side comparison like that. And that's what I think happened with a lot of movies like that are older, because you watch them on these the technology we had at the time was built to look as good as it possibly could on that technology, not for future tech.
Yeah, it's like if you go down to any of those like beercade places and you try to play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on a flat screen TV, it looks awful. Your timing's always off. Nobody can beat Tyson.
No, it's terrible. And it's just funny how you do that with movies and stuff now too, because I believe with like horror movies, one reason why they're not as like scary now when you rewatch them is because you can see more of the detail and the hokiness of certain things. Like, I'm sure, like, when you know how like people are like, you can see the boom guy in this. Like, well, when that movie first came out, you can't see that shit because of the technology and the way it was. Like, the lighting just wasn't as good enough on a TV and with VCRs. Like, it didn't work. Like, I watched Jurassic Park recently. I've compared this a couple times because I have Jurassic Park on DVD. I have it on Blu-ray too, and then I have the VHS. And I've watched all three. Its best version is on VHS because of the CGI dinosaurs, because of the way that film comes through. You can't tell. They look like they're real.
No, you go back and look at older stuff like that, you got a chance of seeing a zipper and all sorts of weird shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very funny. They do become comedies at some point. I don't know if you saw the new Halloween movies that like Danny McBride wrote.
No. I need to watch that. I love
they're on
watching
Peacock,
them.
I believe.
Okay, I have to check them out.
So, dude, they're fucking awesome. I'll say this:
Michael Myers has always been pretty cool.
He scares the shit out of me. I don't like horror movies.
I thought you were gonna say you don't like albinos because of him.
No, I don't, dude. I am scared. If you're a
a pale pasty
dude, beware of the man on the pale horse, or who he is, the pale horse, for he is death.
Oh man.
But no, it always, like, there's something about that mask. It's fucking scary. Like, he's always been the scariest one to me because it's just like there's no rhyme or reason. He's just killing. And it's creepy. That white mask.
Well, that's why
terrifying.
Like they realize this too when they combine them. Wait, was Michael Myers in that one? There was a Freddy versus Jason. I don't know if they ever included Michael Myers.
They ever did one with Michael.
Oh
Myers.
Man, that'd be great. Just have them all in there. But the Freddy versus Jason one, they knew what they were doing because that's just stupid comedy. It's great.
That is the greatest comedy of all time.
It's because it's unintended. It's perfect.
Yeah. Doesn't Freddy drop the N-word in that movie?
I wouldn't put it past his character.
I'm pretty sure he does. I don't want to look it up because I don't. You know what? That's where I draw the line on our search history.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, but I think he does. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's a great movie. But what I was gonna say is, we talk about like how you're rooting for Jason if he was gonna be like at a pedophile in a pedophile trailer park or whatever. There's in the second movie of the trilogy that Danny McBride did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. You'll fucking get it if you get it. It's not spoiling anything. You understand. He never dies, right?
Yeah.
So he comes back in at the beginning of the second movie, right? But what happened at the end of the first movie is they lit this whole fucking house on fire, trying to burn him on the inside, right?
Okay.
And there's all of these firefighters show up to put out the burning house, right? And they're like trying to check, is anybody in here? And the floor collapses, and one guy falls down through the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the basement. And he's in like a metal shed, like hiding from the flames. So then this guy falls.
You
through
telling
the
me
sink,
he
and
had
then
a she shed inside the house?
He had a she shed inside. It was a she shed because it was Lori's from the original. That was her gun safe that he was hiding in.
Nice.
So it was her she shed. Nathan, without even seeing the movie, you know where it's going. I applaud you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
And dude, he just bursts open, and it's just like flames everywhere. So you see him. It looks like Michael Myers is emerging from hell.
Okay.
It's fucking sick as shit.
Nice.
And he just takes the fireman's axe and just puts the pointy end straight through his like oxygen mask. And then because the other firefighter is like, oh, like, hey man, you okay? Grab my hand. He doesn't know he's down there, right? And then you just see Michael Myers' hand grab him and pull him down. And then next thing you know, all the guys are out, like, they're like radioing outside. They're like, hello, hello. And Michael Myers just walks out of this house with a fucking axe like a superhero. And they just play this music, dude, and he fucks up an entire fire department for 5 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Like an action star. Like, you're at that point, you're not even scared of him. You're kind of like, fucking yeah.
Yeah, they gave him walk-up music.
Awesome. He kills a guy with the jaws of life.
That's insane. Yeah, there's just been a bunch going on. What was it? It was Final Destination. Do you see the thing where like people were watching Final Destination and the roof collapsed on them?
Yes, and that was like in a Denver theater or something, right? I think.
Yeah, it was coincidentally. It was in the Aurora Mall, the same one with the Dark Knight. It was
Never
cursed.
patched those bullet holes.
Oh.
Really, really took a number out on those load-bearing beams.
Oof. Yeah, that was a nice theater. I remember going there before.
Oh yeah, you probably did go there
before all that. Yes.
That's crazy. That gives you like a different perspective, like when a tragedy happened. Because, like, I'm sure, like, you were just, like, you heard about that, and you were like, wait, where? And you were like, oh, fuck. I've been in that exact theater.
Yeah.
I saw Legally Blonde 2. It fucking sucked.
No, I saw, God, what was it? The Johnny Knoxville and Jessica Simpson, like the Duke Boys or whatever they did.
The Dukes of Hazzard
Dukes of Hazzard, yes. That's what I saw there.
With Sean William Scott.
Yeah, that's who it was. That was the third one.
Just some good old boys.
That's what I saw with my girlfriend out there.
That movie rules, honestly. Still a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I had that poster of Jessica Simpson in my bathroom.
Yeah, those boots were made for walking.
Yeah, I always think about how crazy that was. Is that because our stepmom got me, like, I don't know how she got it, but she was like, hey, there's this poster. It was like framed already. I'm like, where did you get a framed Jessica Simpson Daisy Duke poster? And I was like, I don't know what to do with this. And so we just decided to hang it in the bathroom. And I didn't think about the optics of hanging a Jessica Simpson giant poster in the bathroom where there's two teenage boys. Everybody who ever went in that bathroom probably thought these dudes are animals.
Yeah.
They're just
because if they brought in a magnifying glass, they could see the JOIs on it and just like slower, faster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, and that's back when you were young. You could get distance on those ropes. We were seeing how far back you could stand in the fucking bathroom.
No! The black lights are to see how tan I would be.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I didn't think about that until literally right now. How often people are like, Jesus. These boys are animals. They can't.
Yeah.
I got out of the shower every day. There was definitely, I will admit to this, like.
And Jessica Simpson was staring at my junk.
Yep, every day. Dude, there's times in high school I got out of the shower, so I often be like, I was like, hello, Jessica. What are you doing here? Like, what you see? Like this.
Helicopter.
Just whipping it. I got a surprise for you. I just did the chase from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I thought you were going to say you did the old Val Venus.
Yeah. Hello, lady. I definitely did that once. Definitely hit the Val Venus once. Oh, man. That is cringy now, I think.
Yeah, it's cringy. I've done that to somebody. It doesn't work.
No, you've done the hello ladies?
Hello,
when there's a
lady.
single lady?
No, when I was with one of my girlfriends at the time, and I'll just say, unbecoming. You should never show a girl your flaccid penis.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you know what sucks is all the cool wrestling moves that we were like, that probably gets so many girls. Don't get girls.
No,
I hit my
don't.
fiance with the Shawn Michaels
Oh,
entrance flex
okay,
today.
yeah. Did you?
Oh yeah,
did
dude,
you hit the
hard
angled squat?
Oh yeah, dude. I can still hit that. I can hit that better than hitting a nay-nay. Oh. That's the white man's nay-nay, is hitting the fucking Shawn Michaels.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not your boy toy. That's what I said. She was kind of, getting a little frisk. She's like getting fresh with me and stuff. And I was like, I'm not your boy toy. And she was like, and you ruined it. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, that's where you're kicking yourself. Damn it, I knew I should have done the Triple H entrance.
Yeah. Should have done DX. Suck it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the other thing that never works.
No. Yeah, it turns out, any WWE thing is not a good pickup line or start.
No, the funniest one we did with all our friends when we were just sitting around, it didn't matter who was around, girls, other dudes, the hoe train, the chant. We'd be out. Oh, yeah, you're doing that. We are doing that at the most inappropriate places. Just walking like grocery shopping for our apartment, bowling, golfing, anywhere. Just doing that. Anytime you saw girls that you thought me and him could go talk to, is the hoe train. And yeah, we'll just say it just dried up like the Sahara whenever we did that.
They just turned into like the people that disappeared when Thanos snapped his fingers. The girls just so dried up they blew away.
They might as well became translucent because we have no chance of touching them.
They turned into the sand like from the Mummy. Just it turns out that pussy was only a mirage.
Like the rest of it in this town.
Dude, I wish that I get bummed that sometimes I forgot like references from things growing up, like the hoe train. Like I love that's such a staple. When you bring it up, I remember it. I wish I would remember that in college, because the amount of times like when we would just like being shithead college kids, I like being out at the bars and stuff. If I would have remembered that, I would have been doing the same thing, just going no. Yeah, I mean, just saw a group of sorority girls or whatever. I would have done that. It's actually probably a pretty good thing that I didn't remember any of some of those references.
Oh, you ensured that only dudes would talk to you the rest of the night.
Yeah. That guy fucking rules.
Yeah, you do that, and you have effectively turned in. There could be, the ratio could be like 2 guys to 32 women, like it, and it would dry up to where you're basically in a gay bar. Like dudes are coming up and that rules. My favorite wrestler is.
Yeah, if you're cool to only all the dudes, where the dudes like, this guy's the man. You're never. Why they also think you're a man, right? Like they love that you're talking about that stuff, right?
Yeah, because they want to do it.
They want to too, but because you're jumping on the social grenade of taking over all of the things that they wish they could yell, they're now getting pussy.
Oh yeah,
it's trickle down banging.
Trickle down sexonomics are happening because of what you did. Did that work?
So that's why
anyone? No.
No. Why? Because being yourself does not get you laid.
Yeah. You were effectively a tool.
That's so. It's great. It's so funny because if you were they're coming up and being like, this guy fucking rules. They're giving you props because they're like, we know you're not gonna go anywhere with this. You have zero chance with the lady, but we thank you for your service and sacrifice, so we can.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
honestly, that guy's the best wingman.
Oh yeah, if you get this self-absorbed guy that's super into something, that has all the things and he's talking about it. It's like that aerodynamics guy you see online where he's talking about planes and then he just goes into a spiel about Mordor or some shit from Lord of the Rings. And you're going, that fucking awesome. Also, if you got caught saying this, again, Thanos snap on getting with anybody.
Yeah, it's 100%. Damn. That's rough. Yeah. Shout out to those guys. I was one of those guys sometimes, for sure.
Unfortunately.
Especially during the Marvel movie days. There was a very hard time about junior to senior year of college where, boy howdy. So I was like, no, you don't understand. So, like, the MCU is really cool. I was breaking that shit down. It was bad. Oh, I was just way too into it.
The worst thing that isn't that I found out's stupid to do is dunking on a lowered rim.
Oh, does that give girls the ick?
Apparently. So, I can remember vividly in high school. What was it? Like, it was 8.5. I think it was like, is either 8.5 or 9 foot.
Okay. Respectable.
So, there's girls walking, and then I remember, now I'm forgetting her last name, but it was Jenny walking by. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to show off. So I just yell ball and clear the lane and run up and dunk. Now, because I'm Magoo with it, what do? I sound like I just won the Olympics with my scream while I do it, just to make sure I'm getting attention.
You hit the, like, LeBron, like,
the second I grab the rim, hang on for a second, dunked, and let out that scream as I'm falling, and then do the turnaround, make sure she's looking at, and what greets me is a face of horror. Like, oh.
Oh, dude, that's too fucking funny. Because, like, you did that to make sure she looked over.
Yep.
Like, you did a battle cry.
Yeah. I mean, it's
so funny because you do that. I know sometimes you watch the NBA. You watch the NBA and you watch those guys do that, and you're just like, damn, it's not that cool, man. You look like a fool. You don't understand.
Yeah.
You're doing it. You're hurting your chances, man. Like, you're just screaming out at them. Like, don't do it.
They think it's stupid. Oh, yeah, you guys have money.
You're Thanos snapping all the pussy away by doing that.
No one wants to be with that guy. No one.
Yeah, those guys aren't getting IG models DMs.
It hurts.
That's
so
why Kawhi
bad.
Leonard's thing is filled because he's emotionless. he's a reptile.
It scarred me enough to notice that Jenny didn't talk to me for about a week and a half. I still remember it. Yeah, that fucking sucked, dude.
Oh, dude, you dunk so hard. You dunked so hard you dunked on yourself.
Oh, yeah, dude. I posterized myself.
You posterized your love life.
I really did, dude.
It might as well have been St. Valentine under there just getting fucking posterized.
Yeah, because I can only, and so for that week and a half, I was having internal conversations like, yeah, dude plays basketball and he's a psycho.
Yeah. Just picturing, she's like, do you know who Nathan Taylor is? Guy's a fucking whack job.
Right?
It's like, fuck, now nobody's gonna go to prom with me. I fucking suck.
Oh, it fucking blew, dude.
That's so
hard.
Funny.
It hurt. And it hurt the ego. Something I thought was masculine all of a sudden made me feel so small.
Dude, at least, like, you did something where, like, everybody understands how cool that is, right? Like, dunking is cool. Everybody knows that, like, dunking a basketball is inherently a cool act, right?
Yeah.
Now, again, you were doing it on a short hoop, whatever. But, like,
that's because it was a
cool
guarantee.
Act.
Like, a 10-foot rim, I could touch the rim. Like, and when I say touch, I mean just fingers, like the tips of my index and ring finger.
Right. I've dunked a basketball twice in my life, not to brag, but on a 10-foot hoop. I'm pretty fucking cool. I'm also like 3 inches taller than you.
No, it's just, dude. But I thought that was like a shoe-in. No. Like, oh, dude, you're coming up and watching us play street ball. Watch this shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what, like, everybody knows that that's cool to do. You were trying to do
guys.
it to impress her. Yeah,
all the dudes were like,
girls know that's cool too.
Okay, well, this one didn't give two shits.
Yeah, no, it's because the war cry was fucking off, but you offset it.
Yeah.
It was actually negative points.
Yeah, the only one that's semi-interested was Lisa, the one that ate Oreos after they dropped into a fucking sandbox.
Well, because she knows the art of dunking. After all, she has Oreos. She knows how to dunk.
No, she dunked them in a fucking sandbox. It was like the weirdo friend that noticed me.
She also had gummy bears in her pocket. Gave them to Ed Rooney.
They stayed warm.
But what I'm saying is, like, at least she understands how dunking could be cool. I would try to show off on things that girls definitely didn't understand.
Oh, a pass?
Like skateboarding. Oh. Like, I'm going to do a heel flip in front of Jessica over there. This is going to be sick. And then do it. And they're like, okay. And it's like, fuck. You don't understand how long it took me to learn that trick.
Dude, we used to ollie gaps, and I mean insane gaps. Couldn't care less. No girl that ever came there gave any shits. You're like, if I fuck this up, this is going to hurt so bad.
Right. What's really funny, too, is then, like, you have, like, I'm sure you saw this happen a couple of times, where, like, you were skating, and then, like, because, actually, I don't know. Did you hang out at any skate parks?
No, we always got chased off by rent-a-cops, dude, because we were always in, like, Shopco parking lots in their back
right.
Loading zones and stuff. Yeah,
yeah. I just couldn't remember, like, because I remember
they didn't really have too many skate parks.
No, they didn't have any in Sioux City when we lived there. That's why I was wondering. But like, when I was going to the skate parks and stuff, right, there would always be girls who hung out and stuff, and there'd be dudes like skating, and then these girls would try to go up and talk to them, and then they try to get them to ride it, and there'd always be a couple girls now and then who'd go, "Oh, what you're doing is not that hard," and it's like, okay,
yes,
get on and ride it, and just watch girls eat shit. Especially because we had at Council Bluffs, they had like a snake run, right, and part of the run.
Oh, you're talking about the park?
Yeah, the park.
Okay.
They had a snake run, so they had it would go down and you could follow it like a snake, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's called snake run. And then you could get to the bowl and then like launch out. There was a way to do it. But
hey, get your Tony Hawk on.
Yeah, dude, it was really cool. But what you could do is like only one part of like the entrance had like coping on the side of it, so you could kind of roll in.
Oh,
so to watch these girls like start pushing, but then they'd go to the roll in, and they didn't know about like shifting your weight forward. So you just whoop, just fucking
launch the board.
All the time.
The deck goes flying straight in the air.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw some people catch some heavy shrapnel. You know, and not like a brand new board where the edges are rounded. I'm talking the tail's been fucking grinded to a razor's edge.
Nice. Billy died.
Yeah, I saw some foreheads get cut open, dude. Yeah. I didn't tell Mom a lot of the things that happened. When she's like, "How was the skate park day?" Fine. Meanwhile, I'm just like, "I saw some shit today."
My favorite was no one ever asked me where my board was. Because I broke so many, and then we had we knew a group of guys that always did it, so we just kept getting their hand-me-downs. Because we broke so many. Because when we were first starting out, stomped out everything, learning that was wrong. Because the board, you just land, the board snaps in the middle, and you're just like, shit.
Oh, yeah, so stomp out everything, too.
But the trying to do that, see, and that's the only thing. The only thing I ever attracted was a middle-aged balding man that really wanted to catch me, and we just had to run away from him.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, no, never got anywhere with the ladies with skateboarding. That's why I'm saying, like, it's like like you were trying to impress girls with at least a sport they knew and understand that dunking was cool. Nobody understands that a tray flip is cool.
Oh
yeah. Too niche.
Yeah.
Even Tony Hawk breaking into the mainstream culture couldn't make skateboarding.
Dude, I was so dumb
for kids.
When I was skateboarding. There's a girl that was wearing what is it? It's not a locket, but that little like mesh piece, kind of like a garter belt, but for your neck.
Oh, it's a choker.
A choker. Okay. She was wearing that, and I was skating around, and then I go tell my buddy John, I say, "Yo, just come check out this girl down here, man. She's got tattoo already." Now, looking in hindsight, I'm like, God, you're an idiot.
You thought it was a tattoo.
Yeah, I thought it was a tattoo. I'm just
from
dumb.
From a distance, you wouldn't know.
The thing is, I just got done talking with her.
Oh, that's even funnier. Yeah, you couldn't tell it was a piece of plastic. You were like, damn, they make tattoos really hyper-realistic now. It's like poking out 3D style.
It's got a little intrinsic design to it.
It's so funny, too, because the whole time you didn't want to ask her about the tattoo.
Nope.
But, like, you wanted to ask her, but you're like, I can't ask her about
I
it.
treated it
Obvious.
like somebody that's got a beauty mark where you're like, just don't mention the mole.
Yeah, and then you go back to your buddy, John, hey, John, she's got a tattoo. It's like, what?
And he gets up, oh, dude, I never lived that down for a good year.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey, dude, did you see she got sleeve tattoos, and it's a long sleeve shirt. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, she's got Sobe tattooed on her sleeves.
You see that chick's a fox? No, she's got a tattoo of a fox.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Man, we were just morons.
Oh, yeah. I fit the demo.
Yeah, well, so did I, bud. So did I. And here we are, making even dumber mistakes by recording every conversation.
Oh, yeah. And, okay, here, I'll give you another one. This is really had. I was sitting down playing with my dog, and I got to thinking, we are fucking elves.
We're elves?
We're elves. We live for fucking ever and hardly ever age to our dog.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
The dogs are like, holy shit, this man has raised me. He raised my kids. My great-grandparents saw him. It's like, and he's just now starting to get age. It's like, if you think about it, I think J.R. Tolkien was a reincarnated dog. He's just
I'm picking up what you're laying down now, because when you said elves, my first thing was Santa Claus. I was like, I'm not a fucking slave to a toy maker. But this makes more sense now. You're going more of the Middle Earth elves. Okay,
yeah,
I'm with you now.
We have the longevity while their lifespan's short. So to them, they're like, holy shit. And they're wise. They know how to just produce food out of nowhere. They know magic. They can make things disappear, and then it appears in their hand and give me treats.
They know we're not. They know we're mortal, though. You know how I know that? Some of them can sniff cancer.
Yeah, but those are only in faulty elves.
Faulty elves. And through CRISPR, we'll eventually weed out those faulty elves. Thanks to China and their CRISPR technology.
No.
The fact that it's called CRISPR, by the way, is crazy. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, CRISPR's just another name for an oven, right?
That makes sense. Yeah, it is. We're baking up our kids. Yeah, no, what you're saying makes sense now. If you're looking at it through a dog's perspective, yeah, we probably don't age that much to them.
No, we never do. And by the time you start getting grays and stuff, you got a different dog, and it's like, my grandparent.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah.
Because it's crazy, because we're always measuring them in dog years, and people, and that 7-year thing I found isn't
true.
No, they're like, oh, well, by 4 years they might be 32. I'm like, you guys are just making shit up now. That's why I'm saying dogs view us as all-powerful, magic-wielding fucking elves that never age, can produce shit, and then they got cats, and that's just another breed. And they're like, the other furry animals are an asshole.
Yeah, that's very true. Dude, why the... I never... do they come up with dog years just to make people feel better? Is that why that became a thing? I don't understand.
They could be like, I died at the long age of 136. And you're like, the thing's 14 years old. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That doesn't make sense. That's why I don't... It's had
Dogs
to be a thing
age
that
by the lunar cycle. So every time the moon goes around the Earth...
This has to be a thing that people made up in order to tell their kids, right? So like their kids weren't like so upset when the dog died. They're like, no, he actually was like 80.
Yeah, it's just like the Tooth Fairy or some shit. It's crazy because what was it? I just saw something, and we are going to be immortal according to the dumb science article I just happened across, where they said nano machines are going to be able to start going into your body, and they think humans will be able to at least triple their lifespan. I'm like, oh God, that could be a problem.
I want to live 300 years.
You want 1,000. You want to be an elf, a true elf.
We talked about this on the last podcast. The problem is they're like, you're going to live for 300 years. It's like, yeah, to what quality of life?
So you can have more dogs.
I guess so. and they can eventually eat you at the 300th year. You're going to be jerky by then because you'll be dried out.
Oh, yeah, dude. Nature's humidor is going to really dry out.
Do you not get my point there though? Like we're an organism. We're designed to break down. Like I don't understand. Over time, this vessel has to eventually give up. You can't keep revitalizing it. There's not enough. Are they regrowing tissue somehow then too? So you don't like.
No, if they did that, this is why I said it was hilarious to even come across that. I'm like, if this is true. The Island, that whole movie is also true. Because you're going to have backup copies of yourself. So if you get in trouble, you just go, I need a new arm. And you go lop some copy of you's arm off.
Yeah, you just have a amputee just on an island somewhere of you screaming out in agony.
Yeah. We brought the parallel world to you for purchase.
Yeah. Listen, we make sure they don't have heads. They're just bodies. So it's not like it's a real person. It just has all the organs.
That's like also the thing, because they're doing all this weird shit. That's like, because I was thinking with them reincarnating dogs, because they do the clone copy thing.
That's a crazy thing.
And the fact that they're like, no, it's the same dog. I'm like, there's no chance. You're going to tell me somehow it's got the same memories too? No.
Well, I don't think it has the same memories. I'm curious about, does it have like the same temperament? Does it like? But then at the same time, you have to raise a dog. Like that would be like if you or me got cloned, right?
Yeah.
And you raise it from a baby, it wouldn't be us because it would have different experiences because I wouldn't have gone through the same.
Yeah. See,
events.
The only way I'd ever do that is if I can gene edit and my dog can talk. Like, if I can make Brian from Family Guy, that rules.
Any dog can talk if you have a psychotic break, Nathan. That's how you shoot Ronald Reagan.
Oh, okay.
Any dog can talk if you're crazy enough.
Okay. Or if you just, eat enough to become William Taft size.
Yeah. Man, if you're one of the people who actually listens to this podcast late into this thing, you weren't expecting to get heady at the end, were you? Oh, you were like, wow, some philosophy's happening on this episode.
Oh.
These guys were talking about kickflipping in front of bitches earlier, and now they're like, I don't know if being a clone makes it a real person or not.
But if there's clones, then Execute Order 88 might come in, and then we're all doomed. Yeah. But no, but it's just funny because I was delving into that. I'm like, holy shit. Through our dog's eyes, we are just some super species that they can't comprehend.
Yeah, we're a benevolent being.
Gotcha.
They're worshiping a false idol, which is crazy because all dogs go to heaven even though they're worshiping false idols.
That is true. It draws up some questions.
Makes me think Disney's lying about where dogs go.
What's the medium ground? I always forget it.
Purgatory.
Yes. If you go to purgatory, it's just littered with cats and dogs.
I like how you call it the medium ground. Well, see, here we have the bottom, then we have the medium ground, then we have top floor.
Yeah. Did you get to the penthouse? I'm so sorry. You can only go to floors 10 through 19.
I always think of that robot chicken joke when I think of whenever somebody says dog and God, or you're talking about religious and somehow dogs come up, right? I always think of the one, it's a quick one, where this little girl goes, "Mommy, dog backwards is God." And she's like, "That's right, sweetie, you're so smart." And then she looks at her dog, and the dog goes, "Kills your parents, Sarah." And she's like, "I will, God." And she just runs inside. It's such a great joke. Kill your parents, Sarah. By the way, the concept of dog years is widely believed to have originated. Originated is what I just said.
Oracle? Oh my God, they're oracles?
They're oracles, dude. Turns out dogs know all, dude. That's why they love us so much. They're like, you guys are pure in heart. That's why you got to listen to a dog if it likes you.
No, they're oracles because they know we're living a shit show, and they're just sitting back like, we just get tickets and don't have to do anything.
Yeah. We don't have to. We just get food. It rips.
I get food and lick my balls. This is great.
Yeah, it originated in the 1950s as a simple way to understand the difference in lifespans between humans and dogs. The initial ratio 7 dog years to 1 human year was likely based off an average human lifespan of 70 years, and the average lifespan of a dog being 10. So that's where that ratio. So it has not. It's not like they actually age 7, like they're 70. That's what they
see. It's so stupid.
Nobody ever explains it that way.
No,
though.
They might as well just be like, no, your dog only has 16 years. There's no special number associated to it. That's witchcraft.
Right. Yeah, no, they just tried to trick the children again with a fable.
They age them like they do Saint Nick because fucking he's like, yeah, no, he's still alive. Yeah, he ages in dog years too.
Yeah. Saint Nick is one of those guys who has the nanobots, and he's like, "Fucking kill me! My body wants to decompress."
No, every year, dude. Every year, December 26th, he re-dies, and he's reconstructed every November 30th.
He rises like Jason Voorhees.
He rises and he's like, "Curses! I have to go to malls again. God."
Oh yeah, Santa's stuck in a permanent fucking purgatory of this is his punishment for his sins, whatever Saint Nick did.
Yes. His real name's Robin Hood, dude. He's got punished for giving to the poor.
Yeah,
you will forever give to the poor.
Yeah. Saint Nicholas. What did he do? I want to look. I'm looking up what Saint Nicholas did. What is he known for? Come on.
Please be something hilarious.
Accounts of St. Nicholas' life on the essence of his story by modern historians disagree regarding how much his story actually is rooted in historical fact. Traditionally, Nicholas was born in the city of Pura. Okay, he's been whatever. Okay. What? According to accounts, his parents were. I don't care about it. I want to know what Saint Nicholas.
I want to know when Krampus takes over. Okay.
Yeah. I'll type that into Google. When did Saint Nicholas and Krampus cross that? Saint Nicholas versus Krampus.
Krampus is just mad there's a mix-up at the hospital.
In many Central and Eastern European traditions, Krampus is the devilish counterpart to Saint Nick, often seen as the one who visits children. Saint Nicholas traditionally associated with generosity and rewarding good behavior. Okay, yeah, I know that. I wonder when that happened, though. When did that come around?
I don't know. See, this is what we need to go back to, fairy tales, because there's always two sides of the coin. Like, there's no Disneyfication of it going, well, everything works out. And this one, it's like, no, this goes horribly wrong if you're bad. Like,
that's what we're kind of doing with AI now. Like, everybody tells a fable about AI. It's like, if it has weird fingers and if its mouth moves weird, it's not real. It's not a real thing, and run away from that.
That's
what fables used to be.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If it has horns, run.
Yeah, that's how you used to identify the Fae when they were fucking with you. It's like, hey, you look at their fingers, their eyes.
It won't face you. It'll be facing a tree the entire time it talks to you. And if you get too close, it's too late.
It will gore you.
Yeah. Its tree roots will fucking pierce your body.
Oh, man.
Soak its leaves in blood.
So, okay, all of this lends itself to now that AI is coming, what will modern day witches be called? Because they'll be the ones that can semi-control AI and get what they want. So they will be branded as something. It won't be witches.
Technomancers.
Oh, okay. That sounds really fancy.
It does. Technomancers, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can, just like a necromancer, you can rise the dead. Now you can rise the AI out of control of its fingertips. Dude.
That technomancer's rising a dead meme. Kill him.
Yeah. He's bringing back the success baby meme. Kill it. My God, it's scumbag Steve. He's coming back from the internet death. Not bad luck, Brian. No.
Technomancer has... Oh, no, he's revived Girls Do Porn. Oh, this is going bad. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Technomancer has arisen. Philosophy Raptor. Ah!
It's gonna... Yeah, everything that's dead. Ah, 2 girls, 1 cup becomes everywhere.
Shitting on everything. The Pain Olympics is now live. You know what else is live, Nathan?
Punagames.com. Go check that out. We got the entire library there for you from beginning to now, so free. Again, can't stress that enough, so go check that out. Also, the thing you need to check out on YouTube.com, check out the fucking Comic Wade Taylor in that search bar. Again, that's Comic Wade Taylor, all together, no spaces. And then you get clips of this show, Not Worth the Time, plus clips of that man's stand-up. So subscribe there. Then back on punagame.com, get some merch.
That's right, everybody. Hop over to the Pun and Game shop. We can get t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punandgame.com. And don't forget to use promo code WGAF. That's promo code WGAF, and they get you free shipping at checkout.
Technomancer said, "We are elves." Shit. We're out.
I'm not your boy toy.
Who is this?